You are listening to the Yummy Mummy Podcast, episode number 149.
Welcome to the Yummy Mummy Podcast, where you will learn brand new and shockingly different tools to lose weight for the last time. And now, here's your host, certified life and weight loss coach, Laura Conley.
Hey, Yummy Mummies, what's going on? Ooh, am I happy to be with you today. Okay, we are going to talk today about, is the Yummy Mummy experience worth it? Now, if you're my client, or you know you're going to be my client, or you're a Yum Mum alum, I just want to make sure that you know that this podcast is still for you, because we are going to go deep into worth and into self-worth. Oof, this one fires me up. Before we do that, let's do a client comment from my client, Jill. She says, and this is so related to what we're going to talk about today. She says, I wish someone had told me how much love I would have for myself. Yeah, there is the weight loss, but learning to love yourself enough to let yourself do this, for me, it is very important for me to love myself so I can translate that to my daughter. If I would have known that I would accept myself for who I am, I don't even know. That's what she's saying. She's like, that conviction of knowing who I am is just so important. And knowing that I have that intangible forever and I get to pass that on to my daughter, I mean, chef's kiss. And this really is what this episode is dedicated to, y'all. It's just, it really gets me like on my heartstrings. Okay, so speaking of daughters, we just celebrated my daughter's 6th birthday. OMG, I'm so freaking excited. I can't believe it. I feel like age 6 is like, okay, you're like officially not a baby. Like, I can't even pretend that you're a baby anymore. You are a kid. I just love her so freaking much. And she has been such a gift to like me and to really all of us, you guys, because she really was, I don't know if you heard the story, I've told it on the podcast before, but she is the reason that the Yummy Mummy experience exists. She really is. I feel like the universe put her in my life so that I could heal all this diet drama and food drama for myself and then for all of us. And so I'm like grateful to her little spirit and her soul, just on and on and on forever. Like, she is my why. I want her to grow up like so free, so liberated. Like, and I don't even have to like help her do that. She's already that. I just have to help her keep that. That's my job. I just have to help her keep who she is. Oh my God. Okay, so this is why we have to get into this, because we ask ourselves this question, is it worth it, when we're going to buy something? But I really think the underlying question I think the underlying question is, am I worth it? Am I worth spending this amount of money on myself? Okay, so let's kind of get into the nitty-gritty here. So I'm asking the question, first and foremost, is it worth it? So what is it? I think most of you guys know what I sell. I sell the Yummy Mummy experience. But what I'm really selling is you losing weight for the last time and all that that gives you, right? I think it would be helpful to know the cost of the program too. The cost of the program is $5,000. But really what you're wanting to know is, what does it cost to lose weight for the last time? $5,000, okay? But what are the byproducts of that? Because that's not the only thing that you get. And I want you to ask yourself this. Like, why do I want to lose weight for the last time? What are my reasons? And there is your answer. Is that worth $5,000? My clients will tell me, I want to lose weight for the last time because I want to finally feel like myself. I want to feel at home in my skin. A lot of people say that they don't feel like their outside matches their inside. My clients say they want to have energy, right? They want to be zesty for the day, wake up with that zest for life. They want to lose weight for the last time because they actually want to be excited about their day, about their life. They want to wake up and be like, yeah, uh-huh. They actually want to get out of bed. So, what is losing weight for the last time? What does that mean for you? What will your life be like once you lose weight for the last time? And is that worth paying $5,000? My clients will say, I just really want to have fun going shopping again. And I do not think that's vain, you guys, because I do think the way that a lot of us, not for everybody, but the way that we dress ourselves is an expression of ourselves. Like, that's deep. That's not vain, even if it is vain. Like, also, who cares? Right? My clients are like, I just want to be able to go into my closet and shop in my closet and just have everything look good on me. My clients say they want to lose weight for the last time and be free from food forever, so that they can be present with their kids. They can sit on the floor with their kids. They're actually enjoying the conversation they're having at the dinner table instead of calculating calories or figuring out how they're going to get a second workout in or snapping at their kids because they picked at their French fries, right? My clients say they want to lose weight for the last time because they want to be eager to plan their lives. They don't want to dread their lives. They don't want to dread the upcoming vacation or the upcoming girls trip or the upcoming date night. Yeah, some of them are excited and dreadful because they're like, oh, what am I going to wear? I'm not going to be able to control myself. They want to be done with that, right? Is that worth $5,000? Again, only you really know this. My clients say that the reason they want to lose weight for the last time is because then they're not going to be worried about finding this perfect outfit. Everything just fits, right? They say they want to do this because they want to have the energy to do what they actually want to do, the energy to run the board meeting, the energy to go sledding with the kids, the energy to fill in the blank, right? I think what's so cool is feeling good in your body when you move your body, going out for a walk or a run or dancing or doing yoga. It's so worth it. You guys, these are our homes. Can you imagine if you lived in a home that you thought was disgusting? I'm not saying your body is disgusting, okay? But that's what a lot of my clients, that's what I used to say about my body. This is our home. I guarantee you've spent way more than $5,000 on your actual home. This is another one of your homes. I think it's worth way more than $5,000. I mean, think about the renovations that we do or the homes that we buy or the upgrades we do or how we decorate our home. How come we're allowed to spend that kind of money on that type of home, but we're not allowed to spend $5,000 on this home? It's just so weird, right? It's just the conditioning. You're not bad or wrong for not doing this, right? But people just want to lose weight for the last time because they really want to be confident in their own skin. They want to see what's on the other side of this. They know that this is blocking them from what they're really supposed to get up to in their life. They really want to lose weight for the last time and heal their relationship with food and their body so that they can pass down to their kiddos a healthy relationship with food and body, right? And so there are endless reasons as to why you might want to lose weight for the last time. What about intimacy with your partner? What about that? All of your relationships are affected by this relationship, your relationship with you, your relationship with your body and food and your weight, right? $5,000, yes, it's expensive. I will give you that. But what you get, the return on this investment is priceless. It is 10x $5,000. Think about just your summers, just swimming with your kids, just the ability to do it without a second thought. I can't tell you how many clients tell me about that. What about being excited to actually take pictures with your family? I mean, the mental weight, the emotional weight, the energetic weight that you lose when you lose the physical weight for the last time, worth way more than $5,000. This is just my opinion, obviously. But worth just means like the monetary value of something. So you just get to decide, like, is $5,000, is being done with this once and for all, and everything I just talked about, and your whys, your own personal whys, like you probably have more to add to that list. Like only you get to decide if you being done is worth $5,000. To me, it's a no-brainer. Like it's just the biggest doy ever. Right? Like think about, and my clients will say this all the time. They're like, this is the best. I mean, you guys, I cannot tell you how many of quotes I have from my clients that say, and their husbands that say, this is the best money we've ever spent. This is the best money we've ever spent. This is the best money we've ever spent. Yes, because of the weight loss, but because of A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Like my husband talks about it all the time. He's like, you're just so much nicer. You're just so much more pleasant to be around. Like I cannot imagine if I was my old self with my kids, I would be like a fucking raging bitch. Oh my God. I can't, and my clients can't put a price on the freedom that we have now. And then I also want you to think about, like, what do you spend $5,000 on? This isn't me convincing you. This is just a fun way to start thinking about how we spend our money and what something is worth. Think about it. Like, what do you spend $5,000 on? Because we're all different. Like, a lot of us spend $5,000 on a vacation. A lot of us spend $5,000 on a bathroom remodel. What about a handbag? Some of us are into those fancy handbags. I am not necessarily into fancy handbags. I just rather spend my money on coaching. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm kind of not kidding. But my point is some of us spend $5,000 on a handbag. That cannot give you this kind of freedom. What about a semester at school? Like, think about your college education. That was amazing. That was great. But I guarantee you, you're going to learn more in the Yummy Mummy experience than you did in college. Unless you're like my husband and you're like this weird savant and you like actually learned something at college. Like you actually learned like an academic subject. I mean, I learned stuff. It just wasn't that academic. What else do you spend $5,000 on? Probably this problem without actually solving it over time, right? The gym memberships, the food delivery, the cleanses, the books, the apps. Like it's endless. Guaranteed you've spent $5,000 on this problem. The ironic thing is you haven't actually solved it. I think that this investment in comparison to what you get is actually not that expensive. And I'm not trying to invalidate you. $5,000 to spend on your spouse, like to spend on yourself, like, yeah, it is. It's expensive, but it's so worth it. And honestly, I really think that you need skin in the game, right? Like I know I take care of the sunglasses that I spent $100 on. I do not take care of the sunglasses that I spent $10 on. I mean, I just don't. Let's talk about this question because I have so many clients that come back to me and are like, I'm so grateful you asked that question because it helped me figure out if this was worth it. So like imagine right now, you go to Target, picking up the random thing, and then poof, there you are, future you on the shelf. Or maybe you catch a glimpse in the mirror. This is you at your dream come true weight, free from food, feeling so light and alive and free in your body. It's you on the shelf. There you are. That is your weight. Permanently, whatever your dream weight is, right? Think of that. Imagine that if you can. Would you figure out a way to take future you off the shelf and buy it? Would you? Would you figure out a way? You would. You would. I mean, again, you can only answer it, but I mean, I think you would. Of course, there's going to be a time lag, but like, who cares? Like, it's just 6 months, really. So a lot of us really can agree that, yeah, okay. Like, so maybe now you're like on board. You're like, okay, I could see that where this would be worth the money. Now, I just also want to make it like not your fault that you probably didn't see this before in your life. Like our world does not condition us to think that we should spend $5,000 on our health, our well-being, our fill in the blank, right? We are conditioned to spend $5,000 on education, on shopping, on our homes, on our cars, right? A fraction of that, obviously. We're not conditioned to spend money on coaching. So don't make yourself wrong or bad. This is just us looking at the current conditioning that your brain has and deciding, do we want to change it at all? Is the current conditioning serving us? Are we getting the ROI? Are our investments giving us back what we actually want, right? Because this really is an investment. This is not an expense. So if you can like kind of get on board where you're like, yeah, I do agree that this is worth the money. If what she's saying is true, that I'll come into that program and I'll lose weight for the last time, then yeah, it is worth $5,000. Now, a lot of you guys will be like, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work. It works. That's why I give a money back guarantee, because I'd be like out of business if it didn't work. Seriously. I give you money, either your body back or your money back. I mean, it's your future body, right? You're not going backwards, you're going forwards. But my point is body back or money back. Come in, do the program, don't lose weight, I give you your money back. So simple. What's fascinating to me is we will spend $5,000 on things that don't have a money back guarantee. We will spend money on things knowing that it might not work. We're willing to bet that it might work. I'm giving you a guarantee. Like, okay, think of a Disney vacation. Why do you go on a Disney vacation? To create some magic, right? For your family, create memories, have fun, feel good, feel happy. That might work. It might not. It might be a shit show. Right? You're willing to bet that it's going to be fun, that it's going to be an awesome experience. Trust me. I mean, you could see this. You've probably had vacations that you spent $5,000 on that were not that great. I mean, we just spent some money on our basement remodel. Yep, we did. There's a couple things down there that are not worth the money, that are a little wonky, that we're actually going to have to spend some more money on. Have you guys had this in house projects, home projects? Things we order from Amazon. We're like, it might work, but it's worth trying, right? Again, this is going to work. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the fascinating thing here is we're willing to spend money on things that might not work. Crazy, right? So what about this thought? I don't know if I'm worth it. I don't know if $5,000 being spent on me is worth it. You might get on board like, yeah, I could see where that $5,000 would be worth it for my best friend. But like, I can't spend that on me. I don't deserve it. I'm not worth it. If I spend $5,000 on myself, that is me taking away from my child, from my husband, from my fill in the blank. Guys, it's just not true. Trust me, if you spend this money on yourself, you're going to learn how to be super resourceful and create more money. Just trust me. So we've been conditioned to think that like we're not worth it and that like we're bad moms and we're like selfish if we spend this kind of money on ourselves and like thus take away from our family. I pinky promise you, you will be a better mom and a better wife and a better human in the world when you fill your own cup and you feel good in your body, in your home. You are in your body every second of every day. And if you don't feel effing amazing in your body most of the time, come on, then how are you showing up in the world, right? I promise you are worth it. And again, this is how we've been conditioned. We have been conditioned and socialized to believe that our worth is up for debate, right? We're taught like that our worth, that our value, that like whether or not we deserve something is based on things like our grades, our behavior, our weight, our looks, our personality, right? What schools we get into, what jobs we have. No, you guys, your worth is inherent. Like you were born worthy. At what age did you become unworthy? Or at what age did it like become debatable? F that. You are worthy and perfectly valuable just because you are. Like you guys, I was doing some research. I was like looking up the definitions of like worth and value. in humans. And like, even I'm not religious, like I'm not a religious person. I mean, I'm spiritual, but like, apparently, you guys, even the Bible says that this is true. Like, your worth is inherent. Like, you just came worthy and it's not up for grabs. You can't do anything to become unworthy or unlovable or unvaluable. So you need to start believing this. You have to. Now, I understand you don't believe it, but guess what? You get to believe whatever you want. Anything in the world, you can believe whatever you want. You might as well believe that you are worthy because you are. Because you breathe, you are worthy. What about a dog? Do dogs become like unworthy at some point? No. No, they're just worthy, right? It's like Dr. Becky always says. You guys don't know Dr. Becky Kennedy? She's amazing. She's talking about we're all good inside. We are. When you strip away everything, what is left is love. Pure, golden, sparkly, bright, colorful love. That is who we are at our core. We are inherently worthy. Worthy is just, it's just not up for discussion. And so I understand that you're going to have to start to practice to believe that, because for so long you thought you had to earn it by your productivity, by how many things you got like checked off on the list, by what your weight is. Wait till we squash that one inside the Yummy Mummy experience. Like, how thin you are equals how good you are. How you, quote unquote, perform at work, how many hours you work, what schools you got into, what your grades were. Like, no, that does not define your worth. I'm sorry. Getting crazy now. I knew I was going to get cuckoo on this podcast. I knew it, because it like literally makes my blood boil when I see women with low self-esteem, with no confidence. I want to shake them. I want to shake them because it's just not true. Let me calm down and step off my soapbox here. You're going to have to practice believing this. And if you don't have a good why, or you don't have a carrot, or you don't like feel like believing this, or it feels hard to believe this, believe it for your kids. If you don't believe that you are worthy, your kids will inherit that. And then they will berate the shit out of themselves. Be the role model. Be who you want them to be. How do you want them to be? How do you want your kids to feel as they grow up, when they're teenagers, when they're young adults? How do you want them to feel? Confident, happy, resilient, courageous, good in their skin, a badass? You want them to have high self-esteem or low self-esteem? The only way to do that is to exemplify it. And trust me, you have not effed it up. You get to do this now. Okay. And that's why so many of my clients will come to me and they'll be like, I had so much transformation happen to me in just the signing up. Because what happens is you strengthen that self-worth muscle. You prove to yourself, oh yeah, I am worth it. Oh yeah, I get to spend $5,000 on myself because I want it. And because I need it too, right? This doesn't make you selfish. It doesn't make you bad or wrong. It doesn't make you a bad mom. It doesn't make it so you're taking away from anything or anyone. And what's so ironic about the whole thing is that when you do this for yourself, you're actually going to become a better mom, a better wife. You're actually going to be able to contribute more. It's fascinating. So we have to practice believing and remembering this truth, this hard truth, this fact that you are worth it. The last thing I want to say, I mean, I really want to hammer home the kids' point here, because what you want for them more than anything in the whole entire world is for them to feel good inside, for them to have their own back, for them to love themselves unconditionally, for them to talk nicely to themselves inside their heads. That is what you want. And so we need to start practicing doing that for ourselves and for them. Now, the husband thing. Do you guys have husbands, partners? What do you got over there? What do you think these husbands or partners would do? If they were like, oh, you know what? I could become more confident. I could feel good on my skin. I could lose this weight. I could be free from the chatter. I could be more present with my family. They'd be like, sure, yeah, like sign me up. They wouldn't be like, am I worth it? I don't know. Like, is this bad for me to spend money on myself? Isn't that fascinating, you guys? What's even crazier is that they will spend money on like golfing. Like I told you guys, right? My husband is spending all this money on golf. He's about to get fitted for golf clubs. He's taking these fancy private lessons. We joined a club. Like he is spending money. He's not like, well, I don't know if I'm worth it. He just like buys golf shit. And it's like really expensive. And he just buys it because he wants to buy it. Because it's like fun for him. He literally just buys it because he wants it. How cool is that? That's cool. We don't have to resent our partners. We can just use them as examples. Oh, you just like buy stuff for yourself because you want it? Great. I'm going to do that too. So much power. You guys, we are allowed to want what we want with a period at the end of the sentence. Well, and have it. We're allowed to want what we want and have it. And there's so much growth in that. I mean, oh, you guys, I could just go on. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down, but I want you to be willing to go for it, even without the full belief that you're worthy. This is how you build the belief. You take action. You sign up for the Yummy Mummy experience because it's worth it and because you're practicing believing you are worth it. And then you sign up and you realize, oh, nobody died. And then you do the program and then you lose the weight for the last time. And then you feel amazing and you're like, wow, I am a better mom. Wow, I do have high self-esteem. Wow, I just get to naturally, organically pass this down to my child or children. Like it is priceless. This work is so worth it for a million different reasons. One of them being that it actually helps you believe that you are worth it. You are worthy. You are inherently valuable. You are perfect. You are perfect. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, get inside. You want to sign up for the Yummy Mummy October experience. That is coming down the line. But before you do that, I want you to sign up for the School of Skinny. The School of Skinny is my 3-day event from September 26th to 28th. Losing weight is a skill, and I'm going to teach it to you. So go to portal.lauraconley.com/school. We'll also put that in the show notes. It's also in my link in my bio on Instagram. So go sign up. Get in there, you guys. You want to be signed up for this. We're going to have so much fun. I'm going to teach you how to do this, how to learn the skill. All right. And it's free. So bring your friends, get your booty in there, get signed up. If you have any questions, just reach out to us, team@lauraconley.com. I love you guys all so, so much. And if this podcast has been inspirational or transformational for you, please follow the show, rate, review, all the things. Go. Okay. I love you. Have the best week ever. Ciao, ciao. Hey, if you've enjoyed listening to this podcast, I would love it if you leave a rate, review, and a subscribe on whatever you're listening to this podcast in. Pretty pleased with a cherry on top. It would help me so much, and it would help all the other mamas out there hear this message. Thank you in advance. I really appreciate it. And you have to come check out the Yummy Mummy experience. It's my proven lose weight for the last time group coaching and course. Head to lauraconley.com and just click work with me. Other than that, you guys, I would love to give you a free gift. If you want your free listener only gift, go to lauraconley.com/gift. And from there, you will get your free best ever weight loss hack. So cool. The last thing I want to tell you, you guys, is I do have a free Facebook group. It's called, you guessed it, the Yummy Mummy. Lose weight for the last time, end body drama, and get food freedom. You can just search that on Facebook, or again, you can head to the show notes and you'll find the link there. All right, you guys, have the best day ever.